Hello everyone. Hi Asin. Hi Ellie, Nick. Welcome. Namaste. Hi Farzane. Hi Nafis. Hello Fairy. Hi Zore. As usual, Zore is the first one on Facebook, guys. Hi Mariam, hi Nafise, baby Ariel is joining me. Hi Sahar, hi Fairy, hi Toktam, Shanaz, hello. All right. For those of you who want to join me on Facebook, don't forget. You can join me on Sudi_Burnett. Hi Marla June, love you. Hi Mahbub. Okay guys, today's topic is about abandonment issue, and we have all experienced feeling of abandonment, haven't we? Yes. Hi Ladan June. So it's going to be full packed information, okay? I need you to be fully present with me. Hi, Awaken. Hello, everyone. Okay, I want you to engage with me. I want you to be with me. I want you to be fully present. Okay? So, I see some new people here. Shore, Navid. Tell me, guys, for those of you who are new, tell me where are you from? Where are you joining me from? Emit's 55. Hi, love. Welcome. Galua. Hello. I'm seeing some people that I haven't seen before. This is wonderful. As our community is growing, yes. We are seeing more and more people. I am very pleased. Hi, Nick. 9537. Hi, Ali. Hello, everyone. Hi. It's Siniwal. Hello, Lovey. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. Abedi. Hello. Thank you. Welcome. Namaste. Thank you, love. Golo, you are amazing. I am a part of you. Thank you for noticing who you are and how amazing you are. Yes. Hi, Homa. Thanks for joining. Okay, you're Goli. Okay, Goli Jam. Welcome, Lavi. Welcome. Okay, guys, so I'm not going to say any more hello and how are you. I want to start, and let's dive into our topic today, which is abandonment issue. Okay, so basically abandonment issue is kind of like depression, right? So it's a major energy that kind of vibrates and move all over. So it's impacting every area in our lives. So basically, you and I, when we're feeling abandonment or when we have experienced abandonment, is like depression that now it's like affecting every areas in our lives, from relationship, which we see that majorly in our relationship, in our partnership, right? That's the very big highlights that we can experience abandonment issue. I was thinking about this morning about, if you think about, have you ever sprayed a air freshener in your house or in your room? So you see, when you spraying an air freshener, it just impact everything in your room. Then there's not going to be like a space that you say, oh, this part over here, this corner didn't get affected by this smell of air freshener, right? because it's impacting everything and everyone who is coming to surface in your life or in your movie, as I usually call it. Okay? Now, since we are all aware about this, now listen to me very carefully. Let's be very present to observe what I'm saying. There is a saying that we are as needy as our unwounded need. So we are needy about what? We are needy to what our unmet need has been. It's funny, guys, every Sunday when I am doing my live, all these different cats, random cats showing up. It's like they want to join my webinar too. Yeah. Okay. So basically, what this statement is saying, we are only as needy as our unmet needs. Meaning that whatever you and I didn't receive in our childhood from our parents or from our caregivers, now we are trying, we are being needy, and we want to get that. Okay? And we are always going towards attracting what's familiar to us. Because that's how the brain works. The brain is like, okay, I am familiar, I am used to abusive relationship in my childhood. I am familiar with the way my parents has put me down. That's what's familiar to us. And unknowingly, we are going to attract the same thing. So in a way, we're kind of we are kind of attracting people in our lives that these people are mirroring the hurt that we experience in our childhood. Are you with me, guys? Are you hearing me? Tell me a yes or a no if you're getting what I'm saying. Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Be engaging with me. Ali John, I'm not taking anybody to go live with me. Please don't send any requests. Stay present because this is very important, okay? At the end, when it gets towards the end, I will open to Q&A and then you can join my live. But right now, I want you to be present and don't try to distract me because I get distracted very quickly. Yes? Okay, true. Thank you. Right? Yes, Parisa says right. Yeah. So basically, yes. Okay. So basically, wherever or however we have been wounded in our childhood from our parents or our caregivers, now we're trying to attract some people, some character who are gonna affect, to show, to activate that wound, and we go right back to our childhood and we experience that in the hope that now we can heal and we can remove that. Hi, Stefan. How are you? Stefan Bengston. Sound Norwegian or Scandinavian? Where are you from, Stefan? Hello, welcome. Very, very welcome. Tak, Norwegian, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, my ex-boyfriend was Norwegian, so I understand a little Norwegian, a little Swedish, and I know tak means thank you in Norwegian. Okay, so, and I was thinking, okay, Samira said I was wounded as a child, and I'm trying to heal myself. That's the whole goal, Labi. That's the whole plan, that we want to heal ourselves to the wounds. Now, what I want you guys to be aware of, now that you know that you are constantly being attracted, like when you get interested in someone, when you meet someone, when you have that passion towards somebody, you know that this is the trick in a way to pull you. That's the invitation, to pull you into this relationship for you or for that character to activate and touch the part that you were wounded, and now you want to heal this part. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that don't get tricked with the character. Don't get tricked and try to kill the messenger. Understand that this is only a projection, and it's only here to help you to heal yourself. So now you're going to leave that husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever. You're going to leave them alone, and you're going to come and go to the third. Do you remember backtracking? We have 3 kinds of energy. The first energy is the stagnation, which is the block. The second energy is circulation. And the third energy is integration. So you're seeing that your boyfriend or your husband or your girlfriend or whoever is a narcissist and is constantly putting you down. You leave that character alone and you come to yourself. And you go back and travel to your past and see the similarity and how familiar this is with the way your caregiver, your father, your mother were talking to you and how they were presenting this learning or this class to you. And then from there, integration, you come from a higher understanding. I know, I understand what is going on. And at this part, guys, please stay with me. At this part, you start getting engaged with your inner child. Every single day, you're going to connect with your inner child, that wounded inner child. You tell that wounded little child that you are now growing up. Me, as this character, has grown up. You have love and compassion for your inner child. You're going to tell your inner child, I am so sorry, and you're probably going to cry. I know that. I have done that. Okay? You're going to tell your inner child, I am sorry for not protecting you and being with you when you were hurt. I am so sorry that you felt left out. I am so sorry that you didn't feel safe. Okay? And now you're going to take your inner child. You can hug your inner child. You can sit it on your lap and start caressing his or her hair. And you're going to make this promise to your inner child that I will never, ever abandon you again. I will never abandon you again. And you better keep your promise. Okay? Yes, Zora said I have done that so many times and really that has helped me. Yes. So you make that promise. The more you give love and attention to your inner child, the healthier you become and the faster you will heal. Okay? Can we digest this for a second? The more we spend time with our inner child, the more love and affection we give that little child, the fastest and quickest we will recover and heal our wounds. Let's face it, guys, we are wounded as society. We are addicted. We have addictions in all sorts and forms. And our government is not backing us up. Our governments actually want us to be wounded. Why? Because that's how they make money. Wake up, guys. Antidepressant, anti-anxiety, medication for ADD, medication for OCD, medication for... That's how they make their money. They don't want you to heal. So this is your responsibility, understanding that they are making money from you being neurologically, mentally ill. That's how they make money. So let us all, as a community, get together as a tribe and find our strength and help each other to heal. That's why you are here. That's why I have started a Facebook group. That's why I'm doing all this live 2 months free webinar for you guys to really find out who you are. Okay? Yes. So there's a saying, I don't know who said that, what was it? I only need help from people who can give it to me. Let me not ignore my Facebook messages. I don't know who said that. I only want and need help from people who can't give it to me. What does that mean, guys? That means we are constantly asking the needs that we didn't fill up, that place of void, whether it was attention, whether it was love, whether from being seen, whether it was being heard. We are constantly attracting people who are not capable to give us that. And then each time you and I get into a relationship, hoping that someone out there is going to heal me or is going to give me what I need, you're going to be more disappointed and you're going to go more down. Because once again, unknowingly, unconsciously, you are attracting someone who cannot give you what you need. And we see that constantly in a relationship. Wow, yes, Parisa, that's what it is. Others have nothing to give us. Nobody can heal us, guys. The healing only happens through me, within me. I keep saying that I'm a healer. And all this time I'm saying that I'm not healing you. It's you who decide to heal or not. So you see that we get into a relationship, right? We attract somebody that is totally not in touch with their emotional body. And then we want love and compassion and understanding from them. And this person is so introvert that cannot give us, or like me. Remember the other day I was doing a live with Dylan, and I talked about my ex-boyfriend in Norwegian. Oops! I hope he's not watching me somewhere. Okay, so my Norwegian boyfriend was constantly, he was an introvert, and I'm an extrovert. So people who are introvert, in a way that they use that narcissistic trait as not communicating with you. They pull back, right? They become quiet. They don't talk to you anymore. They don't share what's going on anymore. And someone who's extrovert like me, that I have all my feelings on my sleeves, you can see it right through my eyes, because I'm an emotional, but at least with everything that I have experienced as being damaged, something that I have to my advantage is that I never shut down my feeling. I am very in touch and in tune with my emotional body. Is extrovert better? Yes, I would say so, honey, because normally, like many years ago, there was a study that came out, right? No, for Elena, who's saying no, is not better. Let me just add this part, honey, and then you make your own decision. Many years ago, this is an old study that showed the reason men die earlier or sooner than women is because men in general are more introvert. They don't share their pain as much as women does. As women, we love to talk, we love to complain, we always have a sister or friends or mother or somebody that we are sharing our feelings. When things are wrong or when something is not working, we are sharing it with others. That trait of being able and capable to express yourself and putting it out, you will get empathy, you will get other friends who's going to do that for you, or family members who will listen to you, and sometimes they even give you advice. And it doesn't matter if their advice is right or wrong. You still feel that someone is hearing you. Or you feel this compassion and connection with another human being. Okay? That's what we need, guys. We are emotional being. We need to be understood. We need compassion. We need to be into interaction with one another. So the majority of people who are introvert, right? So we said the study shows one of the reasons why women live longer, it's because they're extrovert. They express themselves, right? Because as soon as we get something out and we expressing it, that energy changes from stagnated energy to circulation. We're flowing now, right? We're releasing ourselves. So when we're shouting in the middle of arguments, or when we're shaking, what are we doing? Unknowingly, guys, our body is changing the stagnated energy into circulation. Like when I get really hyped up and I'm like, you did that, when I'm doing that and all this movement, unknowingly, you are changing, shifting the energy from stagnation into circulation, right? So that's why when we're depressed or when we have anger, we say, do something, get your body move, go for a run, walk, do something. And that doing something, I will story your golden saying. Thank you, Samira. Golden is good. Yeah. So that movement is changing our stagnated energy to circulation. All right. So coming back to the point that who are we attracting, right? Extroverts are expressive. In the same time, they need more attention. In the same time, see me, see me, see me. Okay? But when you're introvert, it's when you pulling back. That's a trait of a narcissist, right? So I was telling you guys with my ex-boyfriend, when oftentimes he would pull back and then he wouldn't share anything. And then I couldn't stand the feeling of the air that was so emptied out of feeling. So I wanted to warm it up. I wanted to be more alive. And then since he was a narcissist, he will pull back and then I will pull more in. I would get more engaged. Like, what's the matter? Let's talk about this. Would we have an issue? And then by silencing, he would try to punish me and get me to get more in. You're an introvert? Okay. So, but basically, now, knowing this, guys, and saying this, let's come from a higher place. Okay? When we're coming from a higher place, or when we're coming from the left side, which you guys know the left side is the heart. Imagine the heart that is all love and compassion, and the soul who is making this movie. So there is absolutely no judgment. There is no bad or there is no good. There is no black or there is no... Everything is accepting. Now that you realize, love, that you're an introvert, you come from the left side, from the heart, and you're looking through that lens of how you can be more expressive. The reason for you, the reason that you're introvert, it's because you don't somehow, your subconscious mind has put link this and this together, that there is no safety in being emotional. It is not safe to express. And this comes from where, guys? Yeah. Yes, Paris Ajun, I'm telling you, I'm giving you the recipe. How you can change from introvert to extrovert. Now, this is the part that's coming from throat chakra, guys. Oh my God, hi Eric, love you. I deserve a better boyfriend. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Eric, I thought I lost you. Where have you been? Miss you, Eric. Good to have you here. Eric is, his mother is Norwegian and his dad is Iranian. Am I right, Eric? I think so. Eric is one of our good healers. We go way, way, way back. He knows my work being in expose, conscious expose, and all of this from many years ago. Yeah, so expression is from throat chakra. When our throat chakra is balanced and working right, we are, as we speak, we are very clear. There's a power in expression, right? Normally, people who come from a balanced throat chakra, they're amazing singers, they're amazing speakers, you know, because we're talking, we're expressing. In the same time, when this chakra is balanced, you are understood. There is no miscommunication. On the contrary, when this is not working, what happens, guys, is you're saying something and it goes through when it goes through the lens of pollution or being polluted or not being clear, the receiver is receiving something else. The receiver doesn't know what you're saying. The receiver is like, why are you getting into an argument and then you're saying one thing, but the other person is hearing totally something else. Going back to a couple of weeks ago, you just figured it out? Fantastic, Marla. Going back to the teaching of a few weeks ago, I talked about heart wall. Heart wall. Who remembers heart walls? Can you tell me who remember that? What I said about heart walls? Few weeks ago in the webinar, I said from our childhood, every time we get hurt, especially when we are a kid and parents are our role model, and each time they make us wrong or they hurt us, we put a wall around our hearts. And as we grow up, every time drama, we get damaged, we put another wall. So what happens years after years, we have built many walls around our heart, so our heart is not shining through. Because remember, our heart is partner with our soul. Why do we say the eyes is the window to the heart? Some people, you can look them in the eyes and you can see right through their soul. Some people, you're trying to look in their eyes and it's so unclear. You can't see anything. It's like you can't enter. It's even kind of dark, but you get scared. You don't even want to enter. So what I'm saying is, if you have built a lot of walls around your heart, now your love, your compassion cannot project out. So nobody can receive your love or your warmth. You're with me? And that will affect your throat chakra. That you're saying something, but other people are not getting it, or they're not hearing it. That's why. Now, solution, you, as our mind, you know, the mind right away is looking for it. So what's the solution? Give me the solution. As I have always say, sit back. I always say, first step is awareness. That I am aware of what's going on. When I become aware, now in awareness, everything dissolves. Dissolving means it gets healed and it dissipates. So the first step is, oh, I have put up so many walls around my heart. Oops, I forgot I have my mic here. Okay. That's the first step. Now that I know, the second step needs something. What does it need? Who can tell me what it needs? If I know that I have put up so many walls around my heart, that's the first step, awareness. What's the next step? Tell me, guys, what's the next step? I am awareness, I am love, I am creative. Okay, that's a mantra, but I'm going to give you the answer. Now you have to start taking down the walls by, no, not accepting. Accepting is not enough. With love, love is kind of like a mantra here, but I'm not sure. Accept, now, feel our feelings. Now we have to feel safe. It's safety, guys. Safety and security. Okay? We have to feel safe in order to put the walls down. No, it's not accepting. Stay with me. I already give you the answer. Safety and security. Okay? Stay with me, guys. Imagine, let's get back. I'm getting this vision of many years ago. That every tribe had they would put up a gate. And there were some soldiers who were equipped with guns or whatever to protect the community. Why did they put the wall in the first place? Wasn't it for safety? Why do you have a gate? Why do you put a wall? One part of it is your territory, but the majority of it was for safety, that we feel safe. Okay? Got it? Naga said how to feel safe. First, get this part. Don't jump. Your mind is always trying, before it has a chance to digest something, it wants to jump to the next solution. Yes, it's safety. Okay? So the first step is we have to feel safe. Now, How do you do that? Get out of fear and feel safe. I am in safety mantra. Yes, the mantra of safety works, guys. And also, the mantra it works also EFT. Because I have talked about this many times, guys. Safety and security, survival. It's our first human need. That's why it's in the root chakra. And I have always said, I am so disagreeing with people who wants to start you from the crown chakra. That's wrong. You gotta kind of fix your root. Your root chakra is safety and security. So you can do EFT, right? You can do, even though I'm feeling very insecure and unsafe, I fully and deeply love and accept myself. I am safe. I am bending my reality. I am safe. I am feeling secure. I am empowered, right? You can use EFT, emotional freedom technique, to remove those apps and programming. Something else that we could do, okay? God have always got my back. That could be a mantra, yes. Now, something else, guys. I was doing a couple of sessions recently, and this probably will help you too. When we went through the childhood trauma, then I said to them, I said, let's switch our cameras. I want all of you to be fully present with me and do this with me right now. Okay? Zore says, when we don't judge ourselves and then we feel safe to heal. And she also added, you can do Ho'oponopono. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. EFT wasn't good for me. I was being worse. Ellie, EFT works. Now, why you felt worse? Probably because somehow, somewhere, you didn't do it correctly, my dear. Quantum jump, yes, very good, Muhammad John. Muhammad Reza said, quantum jump, guys. We did it last week, a couple of days ago. Quantum jump will do. You quantum jump to the parallel universe when your twin self is very brave and is very secure and is full of confidence, and then you get that energy. Go watch last week webinar for those of you who are new here. Okay? Now, the practice that I want us to do right now, please be present, all of you. Let's do that. I was doing my session yesterday, and we went to the childhood trauma at age 4. And I have to tell you guys, this is unfortunate, but the majority of us have been sexually abused as a child. The trauma is so major that sometimes our mind, since our mind is trying to protect us, kind of put a block or put that trauma of sexual abuse in the spam that you cannot see it. But of course, when I do session, because I get very deeply in, I see what's going on. So when I mentioned it at the beginning, she wasn't in denial, she just didn't remember. And then when we get further back, she started, when she felt safe and I took her to this place that she's fully safe, she was able to communicate to the part of her brain that has put the sexual abuse, kind of locked it. And we, with safety, we brought it into the surface. We went through the emotion, right? And then while we're doing this, and she's feeling better as we're releasing it, and we're giving it a different meaning, what else could this mean? Remember the teaching from a couple of weeks ago that I said, what does it mean? I said, the majority of our suffering is the meaning that we give to that event, right? And I said, change the meaning. What else could it be? Change the meaning into something positive, into something useful, then it will change and it will transfer. So when we made that thing, I asked her, I said, when you were sexually abused, right now your lens is just on you, or poor me. I have been a victim. This happened to me and I had no power. But remember, guys, if this stays as our belief and we are a victim, we can't change anything into that low vibrational energy as victimhood. So my approach is I would change that from being empowered to making you to be and own your power. Now, when we're coming into our power, now we're changing our low vibration to a higher vibration of empowerment. Okay? Then I asked her, I said, if you take your lens off yourself and change the lens, come from a bigger lens, and look through what does it mean, or the other person who has done the abuse, where is he coming from? And then in her awareness, something clicked in her and she realized that he has been mentally ill. And then she got to the point that she started having even compassion for this guy. And she was like, oh my God, yeah, I see that he is mentally ill. He's not having power over his actions. He wasn't capable of controlling his emotions and his action. Now, stay with me. We moved even deeper. I said, what does this person do? She said, he's an amazing writer, screenwriter. Okay? So, I said, I bet you that he has been also abused. He has also experienced sexual abuse as a child through someone who has been a close family member. Ask me this question, honey, about psychedelic later. Let me finish this because I don't want us to lose the topic. Okay? So, I know because I can read the soul journey, or as some of you know as Akashic records, that the person who has abused her has been abused as a child. And the person that has abused him, it has been a close family member that he had a lot of respects. So what happened that creates this confusion in this boy that here I at some time I'm feeling safe with this person. I'm looking up to this person, but somehow this person that I felt safety with and I was looking up to is sexually abusing me. And this creates a conflict in the brain because he's the one who buys me book, he brings me book, he bought my first bicycle, he's taking me shopping, and he's giving me the love and attention that I'm not receiving for whatever reason from my parents, from my father, from my mother. But this guy is giving me what I need, but in the same time, he's sexually abusing me. Do you understand the conflict? When something that is right, which is your safety, that is your first need, your safety and your security and your space is being violated, then your brain becomes confused. What does this mean? Something is wrong here. Because as children, it doesn't matter how young they are, they understand that sexual abuse is not right. But they are not old enough or capable enough to discuss it. Now, the next step is the kid is thinking something must be wrong with me. That's the problem. The action of the adult that you trust, when it goes wrong, it gives me a message as a child, well, he cannot be wrong, but the action is making me feel bad, so there is something that I'm doing wrong. Now, the next step that makes this even much more traumatic is if the child, because I have done many sessions that this has happened, when the child understands that the action of this adult is not correct and have the courage to go to the parents and discuss it, the parents are either ignoring what they have heard, they minimize the trauma, they're giving it a different meaning, or they say, this never happened. You are making it in your imagination. That's the most traumatic thing that happens, that at this point as a child, I am being wronged. And I learn that sharing my feeling is not safe. If I have the courage to say something is wrong, my parents who are supposed to back me up, they're not backing me up. I am hurt. I am abandoned. I have been being wronged. I'm shutting down my emotion. And this is another way that I choose to become introvert. Why? Because the translation of all of this is, what's the use? What's the use that I express myself when what I'm saying, there's no value, nobody's validating it, nobody's giving it value, nobody's doing anything about it. right? Okay. So then, going back to this session, when we discuss what happened to this character who has sexually abused her, now she's coming from a place of understanding. And then I said to her, I said, I bet you he's extremely sensitive and he's extremely kind. And she said, yes. I said to her, by the way, guys, I have decided in a couple of weeks I'm going to have 2 or 3 days on addiction. That's a major part. Addiction to drugs or even psychedelic drugs or addiction to our body or everything. We're going to do that. But since I'm talking about this session, that's how this came to me, that I have to dedicate a few days to addiction, was that people who are traumatized as a child, they're normally people who are more sensitive. More sensitive people are more creative. And since they are more creative, which we see a lot of, I have seen a lot of people, writers, amazing writers, musicians, singers, whatever, actors, they are extremely sensitive. They are very creative. They're very loving, kind people. Okay? But because they are very sensitive, meaning their impact, they collecting, they feeling everything, trauma as pain affects them much more. And when they're affected by a lot of pain, because their emotional body is feeling the pain much more, it has much more impact on them, then unknowingly they gravitate towards addiction. Marijuana, alcohol, other drugs, to numb the pain. So as I'm discussing this, and we're going through this person who's abuser, and now she's totally, my client is totally out of her lens, and she's looking at him, she's looking at what's going on, she's looking at where it's going, she's looking at how this person, this character has been suffering. Now she's coming from a different place. And then I took her and I lead her to that we revisit that part of abuse again. And then from that point on, she started to change the story from a higher consciousness. And she was able and capable to change the meaning into something else. Now, the meaning didn't come from victimhood. The meaning came from someone who is in power. And then I said to her, I said, okay, so now this is my invitation to all of you. Now come through the left lens. The heart, which is the whole knowing, understanding, non-judgmental, it's only seeing everything through a lens of love and compassion. Now bring this trauma through this lens and let's run it through this and see what comes out of it. Hello, Mohsin. Hello, Afruz. Okay? So this is what I have been doing. I have been taking people to the root cause of their traumas. I changed their place from being a victim to becoming empowered. We shift the energy from lower vibration to a higher vibration of understanding. And now that we know this has been created from the right camera, which is mind, ego behind it, now we switch to the left, and then we see how this movie is playing out or being made when it's coming from heart and soul. Yeah. So, going back to the abandonment issue. I said at the beginning, guys, abandonment issue is showing itself in every areas of our life. Can we do it ourselves? Yeah, of course, Fairy. You know, guys, my teaching is to teach you guys how to do things on your own. My mission is to empower you and tell you who you are and what you're capable of. That's why I'm doing these exercises. It's for you. For those of you who don't want to get a private coaching session with me, your mission and your plan and your goal for the year 2021 is to heal yourself, you can do this. So remember, guys, relationship, although I'm saying that this is showing an abandonment in every part, I'm going to give you another example, a session that I did yesterday. I have a session with this girl that she's blocked. So she got a session with me and she said, I'm fully blocked. First I asked her, I said, where are you going? What's the plan? And she said, I love to be an astronaut. I said, why? What does that give you? So she is, hi Dreamo, hello love, welcome. So she's thinking that by going into the space and by discovering some new things, as her father, stay with me guys, this is father issue, major. We either have mother issue, which is a lot of us. We have that karmic ties with our mom, but some of us, like me, myself, have dad issues. Okay. So I said, why? She said, because my father told me that I should be studying and getting a degree and getting a job to leave something after myself. I said, so is this your interest or has this been your father's interest? Oh, I love my father. I love and adore my father. I said, okay, but he is no longer here. Has he passed away? And she said, yes, 2 years ago. My father died 2 years ago, and that has been major issue. I haven't recovered. I reached a deep panic depression. I said to her, I said, now that he is gone, the damage that he has done, it's still with you. She couldn't understand. She got shocked. I love my dad. What do you mean? Now, why did I tell her that her father has damaged her majorly? When I took her into, I don't call it hypnosis, guy, but you know, close your eyes and let's go back to the age 5 or 6 or different, wherever the damage or trauma has started. When I took her there, I said, tell me, where did the block started first? She said to me, why are you this much? Nirvana, I don't know why am I this much, but I don't know what you mean by why are you this much. I could be less. I'm only your projection. So you can make me little or you can make me much. Whatever you decide, it's your reality. Oh, don't say you wish I was your mother. I would have been the worst mother. Oh my God. I probably would have damaged you more than anybody else. Yeah. Oh, pretty, you said. Okay, thank you, lovey. Do you see what I'm saying, guys? For you who is wishing that I was your mom, don't you hear anything that I have said? I have been damaged as a kid. I lost my father at age 10. I was diagnosed with ADD, with OCD, with ADHD, with all of this package. I have been and still am a personality. I would have crushed you because you weren't good enough. You weren't measuring up to my expectation. I was so high. I have to be up there. So don't wish that. That wouldn't be a wish. That would be a curse. I would be awful. Mother, I tell you right now. Yeah. And I'm telling you this with sincerity. I'm telling you with my whole honesty. Today, I have come a long way. But never ever get tricked by what you're hearing from someone. When you see me here, you're seeing my best. When you see anyone on any platform, you're seeing their best. Don't get tricked by that. I see many gurus. I will tell you what happened to the girl. I will finish it. Marlajan, thank you. I see some gurus out there, and because I can read, I can see right through someone, I can tell you their teaching, it has not been experienced, and that's not who they really are in their daily lives. And that's what it counts. Now, going back to that girl, okay, I said to her, I said, let's go back to the age 7, which you were really, really damaged. She said to me, stay with me. She said to me, my father is saying, you never count to anything. You are such a loser. I feel embarrassed by having you as my daughter. As she was repeating these things, I said, this is a narcissist. She got so offended and she was like, why are you saying that? But I loved my dad. He also always paid the most attention to me. He always took care of me. I said, exactly. A narcissist who has been so damaged And she agreed that he always was so dissatisfied with what he was doing, or he should have been a lot more, but he wasn't. I said, yes, a narcissist who is getting her own daughter as a victim and damages her so much and makes you so confused that in one hand he's telling you all this really, really hurtful, damaging stuff, that you're such a loser, you never come to anything, you worry me. And then he comes and he supports you, give you a bone, and then you think that's care. That's a total confusion in the brain. That somebody that I love and adore as my father is the abuser who's mentally abusing me and putting me down and telling me that I'm not enough, that I'm broken, that I never count to anything, stealing my power, destroying and crashing my power, and then throw a bone at me. That's really fucked up. I'm sorry. Excuse my language. Yeah. Why did she love her father so much? Who can tell me, guys? I want to hear you. Why was she so connected to her dad? And she reached a deep manic depression after he died. Who can tell me? Come on, let's hear it. Why did she love her father so much? Yes is not the answer, Fairy. Why did she love her father so much? Is it you? Are you identifying yourself with it? Yeah. So many of us has been damaged by our parents that they constantly have taken away our power because of dependence, abandonment. That's abandonment. Yeah, that's abandonment, but that's not what I'm looking for. She was believing and trusting him, yes, but he destroyed that. Need his approval, okay, yeah, that comes with it. She needs her approval because she thought he is true. She counts so much on her dad, okay, dependency. She was so dependent of him. Protect herself, being weak. Come on, guys, come on, come on. Come on. I'm looking for something deeper, deeper and deeper. Who can tell me? You can give me the answer, guys. Abandonment issue happens when our power is being taken away. Make a note out of it, guys. Because of the crushed personality, her power comes from her father in a fake way. She was sure that she is not enough, and her dad. Okay, cause he gave her identity. What? Okay, no, guys. Inner child was thirsty. No. Stay with me. Okay, let me give you the answer, because she didn't see her own power. Yeah, of course. Okay, so make a note out of this, guys. Abandonment issue is created by our power being taken away from us. As a child, when our power is being taken away from us, we feel abandoned. Now, I said abandonment leads into what? Codependency. She created a codependency relationship with her dad. I said narcissists don't go after people who are empowered. Narcissists go after people who are weak, right? So they're using their weakness to abuse them. The narcissists and codependents are playing this role. Somebody is the abuser, somebody is the victim. So after abandonment leads into the next step, which is codependent. Now she started a codependency issue with the dad, which is going to open up everything, right? It's going to lead into someone who's supposed to love me and protect me, in the same time is hurting me and doing the most damage on me. And then everything else starts. I'm not enough. I never count to anything. Would you please do a meditation for owning? Okay, we could do that. I'm not sure about today, but we might do that. Let's see. Because I'm going with real time, we have to see at the moment what I get guided to do. Okay? So, abandonment issue, codependency. In codependency, let me backtrack. I did a live about, did I do a live about narcissist and codependency? I'm not sure. I know I did one in Farsi for each one of those. But here's the deal, guys. When we have a narcissist who, by the way, remember, a narcissist is someone who is mentally ill. Okay? Understanding that a narcissist is all about them. Like their lens is only on them. So narcissists are going after people who have very small ego. If you remember, at the beginning of my webinar, I talk about we have many different kind of egos. Remember that? I said we have inferior ego and we have ego that is so small. That's another type of ego. That, it must be my fault. People pleaser, whatever you say. So this girl basically had a very little ego, that the more abuse she has received from a narcissistic father, the more agreeable and people pleaser she became. So she told me up to 2 years ago, stay with me guys, she's just in the last test to get her PhD. She has come along so far as a best A student. She only has to pass one exam, a final exam, to get her PhD. But since 2 years ago, she got blocked. Put the 2 and 2 together, geniuses. She was such a people pleaser because her dad told her to study that and to leave something behind, she pushed herself. Being so damaged, being so broken, she forced and pushed herself. But once the dad dies, she gave up. I said, you're confused, because the whole force of the narcissist, all of a sudden, it's not there anymore. You lost your drive. Do you get it now? Yeah. She constantly wanted to prove herself to her father. That's what it is. That's the codependency issue. That we attract someone as a narcissist, and our small ego constantly gets smaller. We become more vulnerable, not in a good way. Yeah, her dad died 2 years ago. Not in a good way, guys, but in a bad way. Now she's married. Do we have to ask a question? Who she married to? With what characteristic? That's a bad motivation, honey. That's a bad fuel. That's the wrong fuel. That's very hurtful. When you are so wounded and so damaged through someone who is so close to you, that you still have to ignore your wound and you have to push through. That's really bad. That's really bad. Yeah. So, she's married. Guess who she has married to, guys? An introvert who's not giving her anything. Yep, the same as her father, a narcissist. Yep, yeah. Going back to the beginning of this lecture, I say we are attracted to those who are the same character as our parents that had hurt us the most. So in her session yesterday, I put her into recovery. What do I mean by that? Yeah, I had the same experience. Afros, I said it the other day. Yeah. I talked about it in my other live with Dylan. I said the loss of my dad at age 10, that abandonment issue led me to get into codependency relationship with, I attracted narcissists. And I tell you something else, guys, like, this is really funny and a lot of you might resonate with it. My first lover, he was French. He was the dream guy, a lover, a fully, like, everything was about me, constantly surprising me, and I actually moved because of him to Europe for 5.5 years. He was a dream guy. When I talk about him, anytime I talk about him, everyone asks me, they say, what happened to him? He's still around. It was funny enough, a couple of months ago, he sent me on WhatsApp, he sent me a text and he said, hey, Sudi, I was in my mother's, her parents passed away, and he told me that his father passed away at age 97, And then he said, I went to their attic and he found some documents from when I was in Paris and I was going to university. And I said to myself, I said, oh my God, I got to talk to him. It has been 3 months, literally, guys, and I forgot to contact the guy that was so sweet and so loving and so caring. And he was there for me to heal, but I constantly pushed him away. Do you see what I mean? Because somehow deeper, I always felt that I wasn't deserving of that love. I wasn't deserving of all of that attention, that I was someone's priority. Lack of self-love gets us to push the right guys, push away the good guys, and welcome the narcissist. After 5.5 years, I broke up with the perfect guy with the excuse that I wasn't feeling it. And I said, you just kind of like, the feeling is like you're my brother now. There's no sexual energy. There is nothing there, right? So I broke his heart. I broken up with him to walk right into 7.5 years relationship with a narcissist. Does it mean that someone who's not attractive would be better? Let me reframe your question, honey. When we get attracted to someone, that someone is saying, come on in, this is an invitation. We can walk in to that relationship being conscious or being unconscious. Guli asked, were you the narcissist in that relationship? No. I wasn't the narcissist in that relationship. I just couldn't. I mean, we were best friends. We spent the whole time together. He was extremely jealous, extremely insecure. And it was really funny because when I moved to Europe, I went to university and studied French and Dutch the same time, 2 major languages. And I was spending a lot of time, 9 hours at school, at university, and then I would study till late night to pick up these 2 languages. But after that, we were together the whole time. I was a tomboy. We were hanging out with his friend. Everything was perfect. His parents loved me, and I was very agreeable to a lot of things. But internally, I was boiling up. Of course, honey, I am being honest, and you don't have to thank me. By me being honest and transparent, I'm opening up the invitation to all of us to understand that we can totally be ourselves and be accepted. Because I don't have the slightest fear of what I'm saying might change your views of me, or have a judgment of me, or leave me. And that's a part of my healing, that I'm totally okay with who I am. And by my transparency, I'm teaching you guys that it's okay to be transparent. And your honesty and your transparency only teaches someone else that is so amazing to come and arrive at a place that I can be me. And I'm proud of my past. I don't call any of my experiences. I'm telling you today, you might see me, a lot of you, as your spiritual guru. And I'm telling you, in my young age, I have been a rebel. I have dated so many guys. I have crushed so many guys. And still, now that I'm looking back, I am not ashamed of my past. I'm still accepting all of that. But the reason I'm sharing this with you is that understand that if you are becoming spiritual, or if you're choosing the path of higher consciousness, that does not mean that you have to become a sage. You don't have to be a monk. You can have fun. You can do a lot of things. And as you see me today, guys, I come here and I talk to you, but outside, I'm still a little kid. If I see some people are playing volleyballs, I just go to them and I say, can I play? When I see, you see my interaction with Ariel, he is 9 months old. I love to spend time with kids and be with kids and play with kids. I'm still a little child. And spirituality, it's not about growing up too quick and become dry. I have always said, and I will tell you, we are children of God who comes here to play. Did I crush their hearts or did I just reject them? I would say it was more than rejections, because somehow I used to send this invitation to many guys. Many guys were attracted to me. And I remember someone that I met later on. After a month, he wanted to marry me. And when I said, the day that I went to tell him, no, I'm sorry, this is happening too fast and you're not my type, and I don't see myself wanting to spend the rest of my life, he was literally crying. Tears was just running down his eyes. And that was in my 50s. So, yeah. But basically what I'm saying is, we have to do the right thing. I put it as gently as I could have. Now, the way he took it, it's not up to me. I cannot make someone else's understanding and accepting any easier for me. Do you find your soulmate in higher consciousness? I'm not with anybody right now, honey. So I can tell you that I'm not looking. And the reason I'm not looking is because there's no void in me any longer that has the urge to be with someone. So I'm fully okay. I'm in a state of surrendering. I'm not saying if my twin flame shows up, I'm going to say, no, 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 I don't want you, because there is no room for you, although my action is showing that. But in the same time, I can tell you that my life is full now, full of happiness, full of joy, full of being complete. Not saying again that I am totally healed. There could be part of me that can show up at some times, but it's not about me. I'm extremely sensitive and emotional towards other people. I still get tears in my eyes when I'm doing private session with people. When I see what I see in them, when I see their suffering, I still get hurt. I still get emotional for them. How can you stay alone and sorry to ask you not? How can I stay alone? I'm not alone, honey. That's your translation. There is a difference between being lonely and being alone. Let's be specific. Okay? I live alone, but I'm not lonely. On the contrary, I have been in a relationship with that narcissist that I felt loneliest than ever before. Because a relationship who cannot give you or feed anything is a suffering. And how long do I choose to suffer? That's entirely up to the individual. If somebody wants to be with me, I push them away. Yes. If you're pushing them away, honey, that's one of the signs of abandonment issue. Yeah. You calling it, you push them away before they hurt you. Yeah. But that's also abandonment issue. Yes. Okay. So basically, like I said at the beginning, abandonment issue is showing itself into many things. It could be when we push people away, when we decide not to even enter a relationship, when we leave a relationship too soon. Abandonment issue is basically getting us, when we get into a relationship, we focus on what's bad and wrong with them. So that would give us a reason to check out. Are you with me, guys? When we are wounded and we are running the abandonment issue, as we enter a relationship, our lenses is all about what's wrong with them, what's negative and bad. So we pull out their negative traits to say, oh, this is not good. I have to leave. There are many traits of abandonment issue. You are happy, push away the French guy for difficult. The relationship with the French guy was perfect, but I wasn't accepting the perfection. I didn't see myself deserving of so much love, care, and attention. That comes from self-love, from being deserving. I deserve. I have to be deserving to attract a healthy relationship. I have attracted many loving relationships, and I have rejected them. Not because there was something or anything wrong with them. That was because a healthy relationship wasn't familiar to me. And that's because each time it would bring to my attention that I am not feeling totally healed yet. How can we be healed from this issue? Good question. Very good question. But I think I responded to that, honey, at the beginning of this webinar. So you might have to watch this webinar a few times. I gave you step by step. And I gave you not one solution, but many solutions. As EFT, as Zora said, doing the Ho'oponopono, as going back to our childhood, switching the right camera lens to the left camera lens. This has been all teachings. Yeah, if you come later, you are punished. Nirvana, you are punished. You never ever gonna get to come and join my live again by saying that I just realized that I felt totally abandoned, and this damage that you did right now, I probably not gonna cover or recover for another 200 years to come. And I will never forgive you again because you were late on my life. Sorry, no. No. That's not gonna do it. And by the way, guys, you didn't know. I'm just kidding with you, Nirvana. Anytime you come in is the right time. It's not about time. It's about our ability to absorb the information. Yeah. And do you guys know what else makes me feel abandoned? When you don't go on my YouTube channel and subscribe and give me the like and all that. This action is activating the wound within me that I feel abandoned, that you are not following, sharing. Yeah, so that made me feel very abandoned. Go ahead and like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel so I won't feel any more abandoned. Let me see what this lovely person said. It's, I don't know, is it L1059? Could psychedelic like ayahuasca cause nervous system hypersensitive, and as a result, do we feel more physical pain? No. Yes, Zora, do you see that I felt how they make me feel abandoned? Like they bring in my wound out of abandonment issue? And any of you guys who is not double and triple subscribe and like and share and follow are all responsible for my abandonment issue and my wound that's not being healed. I'm telling you right now. Okay. Yeah, nobody is even sharing a comments. Hey guys, why aren't you writing a comments? I want to know that. Sending a heart is not enough. Practice to become an extrovert with me. Throat chakra. Write a comment. And I'm going to set up a rules. From now on, when you guys come to my live or whatever, you have to write down a minimum of 2 to 3 lines. Although, Nirvana says, although I'm new, like 3 days, watching you on YouTube and introducing you to all of my friends. Angel. Thank you, Nirvana. Now I'm healed. See? My abandment issue is being healed. We are following you, Shadow even. Okay? Thank you, Lavi. Lutfi said, I'm really confused because help me from 2 years ago. When I look at people, I feel like I know everyone. Yeah. When you look at people and you feel that you know them, that's a remembering, that's the deja vu of past lives. When we see someone and it feels like I either see them somewhere or they become our buddies right away, that's because we know them from past lives. But that there's no reason for you to be confused. Confusion, guys, confusion is a trait. Confusion is the contrast to clarity. So instead of saying that I'm confused, which is a negative energy, switch to clarity. Make that a mantra. I'm so clear. I wonder, why am I so, what is this clarity? I'm so clear. Let me answer to the one that asked me about psychedelic, honey. Where are you from? Send me your, write a comment. I want to know where you're from and how old are you. The one who asked me, can psychedelic damage you? Muhammad, if you want to open your chakra, I have on my online course, I have the 7 chakras specifically. What does this chakra means? Which organs of your body is connected to? For instance, throat chakra is connected, of course, to our thyroids, right? So, and the definition when you know the chakra is not working, and also how to open, heal, and balance. So I would recommend that you get those. I really enjoy the live. It's the touching area of my life that has been dragged on. Good. Root chakra is more important. It's not that root chakra is more important than others. It's just that you have to start from the root. If you don't have security and safety, nothing will work. Okay? How we can overcome the negative thoughts. Mrs. Calm, please go and watch my this is a free webinar that I have started almost, it must be a month and a half ago. It's on YouTube. Please sign up and subscribe. Sudi Burnett English. Start from the first webinar when I talked about the ego, all different aspects of ego, the mind, and how to overcome it. You gotta go. I think you recently joined me. Recently, you're on my mind. I'm just looking for you to speak every word. Yeah. Well, thank you, honey. A lot of people tell me every time they go on YouTube and they watch one of my show, is like that they answering their question or what their issue has been. So if you have the urge to follow me everywhere and watch all of my previous videos, is because that thirst is in you, and you want to heal, so you go and watch those. You're from Europe. Okay, got it. Psychedelic. I have done a few ayahuasca journey. That's actually the only thing I have done. I haven't tried mushrooms or anything else. And I have done ayahuasca with different shamans. The first one I did was here in Los Angeles. And I did 3 days journey with a shaman. Okay, you're 30 years old, from Europe. My experience was, I just set my intention, like, I was like, what do I want to do? I want my third eye to be open. And I saw every kind of third eye you could imagine, or it exists, or different colors, blah, blah. I wouldn't say the ayahuasca journey for me was any different than smoking marijuana. It's the same, getting high and that stuff. The only difference was that vomiting feeling. Although I didn't purge the 3 nights journey, since I am a shaman and healer, a lot of crazy things happens in the journey. And I asked permission from the shaman if he wanted to allow me to get in and help, because some guys got really out of hand and he was screaming and yelling and swearing. So I got into work on other people. So I wasn't really, it didn't affect me as much as it could. Then when I went to Peru, I went in the jungle, Amazon jungle. I spent a week there with 5 or 6 shamans. And I really didn't go to the dark areas. I didn't see all those things that everyone do. The only profound experience that I can tell you, Jimio831, you want me to read your name? What's your real name, honey? Give me your real name. So basically was, because I used to be a singer, and when I had my near-death experience accident, I lost my voice. The shaman telepathically kept asking me to sing and sing and sing, and I was very irritated. And finally start singing that I had this amazing opera voice like I did before. I had my near-death experience. So when I talked to the shaman, he said because I was a master myself and I was just coming from light, I didn't go through all the experiences as other people do. But from what I know from many of other people who have tried ayahuasca, they really go into these deep, deep, dark spaces. And Gennady, okay. Where are you from, love? people go into this really because you become extremely vulnerable, and that's not just with ayahuasca. I mean, even if you smoke marijuana, it's the same thing. Okay, so yeah. So basically, these psychedelic drugs, same as marijuana or anything else, are they're creating DMT in the brain. And when DMT is created in your brain, you are at a very vulnerable place. And you lose time and space. So you get many visions that could not only be from this lifetime, it could be from many, many different lifetimes. I would say ayahuasca is actually healing. But the way you ask your question, it could be that the shaman that you work with, let me put it this way, let me backtrack. Ayahuasca is a healing medicine. That's why we call it a medicine. Okay? So basically, if you're going through an ayahuasca journey, and you feel like you became more damaged or you felt worse afterwards, that means the shaman that you did the journey with wasn't qualified. Because ayahuasca or any other psychedelic thing, it's opening you up. It's like psychology. It's like the work that I'm doing. When I get people into their wounds and their deep issues, I'm taking them into the most vulnerable place. And if I'm opening up their wound, I have to have the ability and capability to heal them and close that wound. So, but very often what happens, you go to different healers who are not qualified for that. They open you up, but they don't know how to heal, and they close down, and you stay the same or even more damaged. So my recommendation is, when you want to work with a healer, shaman, psychiatrist, or a coach, do your research really well, so you know that you're working with someone who's really capable of doing it. Muhammad John, I don't recommend it for you, honey, because you are very vulnerable, and you really, really, really need to work with someone who is expert in this area. So when we have different mental issues, we really have to work with the experts. And I won't recommend psychedelic for you. That's my recommendation. How often do I have live? It's kind of random. For now, Nirvana, Sundays are every Sundays at 10 a.m. But I do weekly lives that sometimes I join with others. Like last week, I think I had 2 amazing live that you can watch those. One was with, what's his name? Makusi. She's also a shaman. That was a great live. And I also did another live with Dylan this last week. So basically, Sundays for sure, but I might do a couple of more lives on weekdays. Okay, you're very welcome, honey. I'm going to close this live. Love and blessing to all of you. And I will see you guys. I'm going to see you in a couple of days. I'm not sure what day, because the next topics after abandonment issue is codependency. So I might catch you up on codependency. If I didn't, the next live is going to be about addiction. And don't we all have addiction about our bodies, many things like anorexia, bulimia, addiction with drugs, addiction in different areas in life. How can I be able to work with you from Muhammad John, I do private coaching session. They will guide you. My assistant will guide you. And I do my sessions if you're not in Los Angeles. I prefer not to do one on face-to-face sessions, but we can do it through Skype, through WhatsApp, through FaceTime. We could do it through one of these. Thank you so much for being here. Love and joy. Please don't forget to follow, bring more people, like and share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sudi Burnett. Bye-bye. See you in a few days.